Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Zone podcast. Today I've got the armband. It's J extended. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing good, you know. I'm wrapped
Good,
up.
yeah.
Everybody's rocking hoodies and everything today. It's cold.
Hoodie season. Anyone else?
Do you know what I just thought of? Realistically, it's a Friday night, okay, and we can still go outside. I feel like we should have been outside. Now that I think about it, while the outside is still available.
All I'm saying is, like, my area is now tier 3, so like.
Ooh.
Wait, what's all this tiers about? I'm confused.
Oh my god.
Get it? Basically, it ranks you on how high level of COVID risk you are. Tier 3 is the highest. 2, 1,
Okay.
Yeah, from there.
Okay, so where's London tonight? Are we what, tier 1?
I think you guys are 2, aren't you?
Yeah, we're two.
Oh, okay, so we're still in a good position, yeah?
No.
I won't say good position, bro.
Oh, okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm tier 3, so yeah.
Yeah, you're from the north and that, so it's bare cold in there, so people get sick.
Okay, and we have a special guest on the podcast today. Say hi to Bella.
Hi,
Welcome,
guys.
Bella. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
Bella.
Okay, so first thing I wanted to ask was, what's your introduction to football?
As in, like, how I start out.
Yeah.
Okay, realistically, I was just always a tomboy, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, all my friends were boys, so I was just doing what they were doing. So I grew up on the estate, and you play out, playing knockdown ginger, run out, sort of football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just how I got into it. I was just staying out of trouble. Do you know what I mean? Come home from school, go straight back out. I was just doing what the boys done, really. That's how I got into it. I didn't start playing for a team until I was like, let's say, like year 7, year 8. It didn't even cross my mind. It was just boys would meet me and be like, "Wow, you play football." Whereas in my head, it was just like, that's just what there is to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I just went from there, really. It wasn't until I got to uni did things get like serious. Like that's when I was like, okay, there's a lot of funding in sports when you get to uni. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot more serious. You get on the coach, you have away days. Sometimes you're playing in Wales, you're playing in Southampton, and that's when I was like, okay, like I like this. Like, you get a family. Do you know what I mean? You get a team, you get a kit. Like it all felt quite real.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how it went, really. I played 11 aside. Now I play 5 aside for the Vixens. But yeah, that's kind of my story.
Did you have any role models, or was it just the people that are around you that kind of led you to playing football?
You know what? So I just played football. It was something to do, and I'm one of them people. I just want to run around. I just want to have a good time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was me as a kid, just a lot of energy. But so basically, where I grew up in Woodford, it was like it's kind of suburbs, in it, but it's not really much going on there. But I just geographically, this is how it worked out. Like on my estate, in my school, for some reason, all the white kids supported West Ham. Like that was just a thing. If you're white, you supported West Ham.
Hammers.
All the black kids supported Arsenal. Like that was just a thing. I just think at the time, obviously Arsenal was doing amazingly, but also it was just a very black team. So like my first understanding of football was that Arsenal team. So seeing Henri was just like, damn, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Beautiful times.
He's just classy. Like Henri is just, I don't know, he's a classy guy. Like
that's the thing. Like even whether he's a pundit, whether he's a coach, whether he's a player, he's just the most classiest guy. Always the most elegant, the best suit. Like that just describes Henri perfectly. Was you mostly playing by yourself as the only girl, or did you have like other girls to play with?
So I would say literally on my estate, if they obviously it was all boys, but they'd be like 2, 3 girls. But they were the kind of girls where like I don't know, do you know what I mean? If you done something, they punch you. It was a certain type of girl. So it was like that was the group I was mixing with. But yeah.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, whereabouts in Woodford is London? Like whereabouts is Woodford, like around London? Because I'm completely unaware of that area.
You know what? One day I just really want to be able to put Woodford on the map. It's east. It's like
east.
Let's say past Leighton, and then past further out, Zone 4.
So yeah, basically.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Wait. What team do you guys all support? I didn't even realize. I thought I'd ask.
I support Man. I'm from East London too, but I support Man United because my dad's from Manchester.
Okay, that I just said that is my pet peeve.
What is it?
I personally, I've never been to Manchester, so realistically, there's no reason I should have ever met a Man U fan.
No, but my
Do you know what I
dad
mean?
was born in... No. Listen, I
That
get
does
that.
sound
Everyone at work tells me. But my dad is he was a born and bred man, innit? So, I support my dad's club. And like, he's taken me Old Trafford a couple of times. I've been Manchester myself, so like, I've got an excuse, innit? I'm not one of them people that just, like, my dad he was born and bred in Manchester, so that's why I support United.
So if I'm going to tell my story, you'd think it's probably even worse. So I support Chelsea, right? I support Burnley.
You support Burnley?
No. I support Chelsea, but I'm from Burnley.
Oh, okay, right.
It's because of Hernan Crespo. Like, I don't even have no family ties or nothing like that. Mine was just Hernan Crespo, and that was it. I was like, look, I'm watching that dude play, and that's
what Hernan Crespo of all Chelsea players, Hernan Crespo.
Not Didier, not Claude McAllister.
I'll tell you why, right? Because I just watched Italian football. So when he moved,
Same here.
Oh, so then he moved, yeah.
And then I was like, yo, right, okay, all my friends are picking up watching football. Let me just follow the team that he plays for, and that was it. And yeah, they were pretty decent.
That is bare bright, bro.
That's what. Okay, right. But yeah, no, that's my story.
Kojo, what's your story?
So at first, yeah, well, I support two teams now, innit? I support Chelsea and AC Milan, innit? But when I was growing up, I was originally a Man United fan because my brothers were all United fans, innit? So and plus, like Cristiano Ronaldo was my favorite player growing up, innit? So I just adored him, innit? So that was the reason why I kind of had an affection for United. But my friends also were Chelsea fans as well, innit? And they'll tell me, oh, you can't support two teams, you have to support one, innit? So when Chelsea faced United in the FA Cup final, I think that was like 2006, if I'm correct. In the first Wembley one, yeah. When Drogba scored the extra time winner, I was like, cool.
2007.
Oh, 7. All right, cool. So when you scored that winner, I was like, all right, set. Chelsea for life then, do you know what I'm saying? I got my team. Especially helped that there was Michael Essien and Didier Drogba African influence playing for that team. So I was set. So, yeah.
No, I always supported Arsenal. I started getting into football like 2005, so I just missed the glory era. So it's like everything else has just been FA Cups. But yeah, it'll always be Arsenal. Like, that's the thing. If people support United but they live in London, it's a bit awkward. But I know that I can walk to Arsenal, so it's like, it's your local.
Bro, I walk to Old Trafford if I have to, man. What do you mean? Like,
it will take a couple of weeks.
yeah, when.
But
Bro,
see, when
listen, Manchester's not even that far. Like, you can, on a train, yeah.
It's not too far,
bro, it's 2 hours.
2 hours on the train. Yeah,
How much it costs? How much it costs?
Don't watch, man. Train point. Bro, listen.
I feel like realistically, you can get on a plane and go Spain for cheaper than you can get on a train to go Manchester.
Or you can
Amsterdam quicker.
Or you can rob this England and go there for free, innit, if you're bad.
We're not endorsing that. The Zone does not endorse that.
But we don't. But the Zone, London does not endorse.
We really don't.
Any of that.
No.
So, but anyway, now like it's like 80 buff. If you got a rail card, maybe
like 60.
Yeah, if you got that 60 to 25 rail card, it's like 60.
Yeah, even less. But I have a question to ask. Like you mentioned about when you used to play football, you were younger, you took it seriously. In terms of like opportunities for like girls teams, was there a lot out there, or was it like, okay, there's one or there's like two teams, pick which one you want to play, or did you have like a variety? I'm guessing like how we would have had growing up as well.
Yeah. So honestly, like not at all. So one of the reasons I started taking it a bit more seriously was like year 7, year 8. Like I said, like most of my friends were boys, and they were always playing Sunday league. So Sunday, I wanted to play out. We had to wait a bit later. Do you know what I mean? Everyone was playing football. So it was one of my cousins that done the research, but it was hard to find a team. And that I was like, what, like 11, 12, 13? But the thing is now, it's like, it's even harder to find a team. Back then, it's hard to find a team when you're this age. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be teams for girls, but then there won't be teams for women unless you're certain enough to be playing for West Ham or Leyton Orient. Do you know what I mean? So it was hard at the time for sure, but it's definitely got better, like without a doubt. So I play Super 5 League, and you know, a few years ago we had this conversation. I'd just be like, you know, there are no teams. There really aren't. That's not the case now. Like there's literally, and I feel like each team is quite like their own little clique as well. So it's like there's literally a team for everyone. Like it is mad. So yeah, it's come a long way for sure.
Did you ever get that urge to be like, oh, let me join in with the guys and just play on their team instead of trying to find like your own girls team and try to show them up properly or something? Or was that like, nah, just I play with the guys, but not properly, as in competitively.
You know what? I don't even think that's allowed. Like if I was like 11, 12 and there were mixed teams, like, without a doubt, I would have jumped in that for sure. Like, I just don't think that's a thing.
Do you have any real interest in that women's football? Like, do you watch it regularly?
So I didn't watch it that much at all. I just knew Arsenal ladies was sick.
Yeah.
Obviously, last year Women's World Cup got so much exposure. You know, I went out to France, watched England play, and that's when I started getting into it. Like, I think it's just accessibility. Do you know what I mean? It's come a long way. Even when I was playing at uni, like some of the girls I'm playing with, they're playing for like in the Women's Super League. So it's cool. Like, I think with regards to exposure, like it's easier to get a hold of. So I'm definitely getting into it a lot more now. But that's 100% only a recent thing.
Okay.
I was gonna ask. So you obviously, first of all, what uni did you go to?
UE, Bristol.
Are you okay? So, and what was obviously said you played football at uni, like traveled to away days. What was the league like? Did you play like other unis around the south of England, or did you go all around the country? What was the type of level?
So you know what? For some reason, well, basically, at one point, Bristol ladies were like by Women's Super League, they were elite, right? And our uni was linked with their training ground. So our coach was one of their players. You know, if you were really good on the uni team, you get into Bristol Academy. So like, we were amazing. I'm saying like, I wasn't even one of the good players. Like, we were amazing. So, but where we were in Bristol, like our league was far. So some days you're playing in Wales, some days you're playing like Southampton. Like, it was crazy. But this is what I was saying. Like, this was the first time I'd seen like money being put into something like that. Do you know what I mean? It was like, all right, big ass coach, like big ass day trip, like a whole new kit, like proper facilities. Like I think that's what made me like it more. Like, that's when things were like, this is real.
And like one thing I want to go on, sorry, were you gonna say something?
No, I'm gonna say something. Go on, bro.
I was gonna say, like, I looked at your Instagram and like fashion looks like a big thing for you. Like, and is that Supreme pullover?
Yeah.
I thought
Man clocked the drip, you know.
He was like, "Is that Supreme?"
And that's Supreme.
Yeah. Like, when did you?
You gotta come drippy on this pod.
Yeah. But you guys need to step up, man. I'm disappointed.
Bro, listen. Nah, hey, don't get twisted. Yeah. Abbas, you know me. When I came in that Beacons thing, you know I came dripping, man.
True, but I followed the speed.
We don't condone fashion shaming at the zone. Abbas is bad.
Nah, bro. Nah, you know what? At the zone we do, man. Get your drip up, man. Drip
Wow.
Down, man. Get your drip.
I don't condone it.
I condone it, man. Get your drip up, man.
Nah,
get your money up, get your drip up. No, but sorry. Go on.
I was gonna say, when did you realize like fashion is a big part of your life? Like, did that just follow along with the culture side? Like we were talking about Arsenal and like how they have style and stuff. Like we touched on it. When did you realize that, okay, cool, fashion's another thing that I really like as well?
You know what? Again, it just stems from all my friends being boys. Like, girls would be like, oh my God, like, you have such a sick trainer collection. And it's like, it's because I've been doing this for years. Do you know what I mean? When every girl was wearing dolly shoes, I was always in trainers. Like, so it's just a natural progression kind of thing. But even just touching on like fashion and football. So like, let's say maybe like 15 years ago, like if you're wearing a football shirt, it's because you're going to a football match. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like, it's almost the epitome of like a bit of a chav. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas nowadays, like the team that goes into making a kit is immense. Like it's gone from being a piece of sportswear to actual fashion. Hence why we're seeing kits that are like actually buff. Like third kit, go crazy, go all out. Do you know what I mean? And then there's not just the kit. You've got the training kit, the European training kit, this tracksuit, that tracksuit. Like there is so much correlation between sports and fashion. Like, it's crazy. To the point where you've got fashion houses like Gucci, Louis, but they would not want to be seen dead in sportswear. And now they're making trainers. They're doing this. They're doing that. Even
the Balenciaga
like,
football boots.
literally, like, what even is that? Like, that's mad. Even just you think about like AJ Tracy, you know what team he supports. Stormzy, you know what team he supports. Like they're all so keen to put on their football kit. Do you know what I mean? It's like we've got to a point where like like rappers are dressing like football players, and football players in the club dressing like rappers. Do you know what I mean? Like they go so hand in hand to the point where like you're gonna name drop a footballer or something. Do you know what I mean? Like in a rap, like it's just our culture, isn't it? Like
yeah, I hear that.
No, you're right. You're right. No, sorry, bro. I was gonna say, like, as our cultures evolved, you've seen, like, do you remember that pink Juventus kit that dropped like a couple of years ago?
I remember Drake was wearing it.
Yeah,
Drake was wearing it. Listen,
crazy,
as soon as Drake dropped that picture in it, everyone started wearing it. That's when I remember I was at uni them times, and I remember bare people started wearing football kits to like to the club. Do you know what I mean? I was thinking, bro, back in the day, if I was wearing a football kit, I'm going to
do that. You wouldn't even get in. You wouldn't get in. Like,
yeah, you wouldn't get in. Nowadays, everyone will just drop in kits and everything, man.
I've got one question left, and these guys can go. You said about trainers. What's your favorite sneaker? Like, okay, not your
said trainers then sneaker.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a sneaker collector because I wear Jordan 1.
Okay, I actually can't decide. Like, I can't.
Top 3 silhouettes.
Top 3 silhouettes. I know. I'll tell you my favorite trainer that I own, because that's an easy question. And it's a Sean Witherspoons. I think they were.
Oh, the 97.
They're beautiful. Yeah, that was a crazy little collaboration. But I can't tell you my favorite trainer. That's a very hard question. What's your favorite trainer?
Listen,
Easy, very easy.
Okay, so
what's yours?
Concord Jordan 11s. That's my favorite.
I was gonna say Jordan. I was gonna say Concords as well.
Classic.
I was gonna say Concords
or Breads, but yeah, I like the black and white a bit better.
Okay, so mine's a Yeezy 750.
Easy.
Nah, Yeezys are so comfortable, man.
Like,
so comfortable.
750 drop, that was revolutionary. The strap and everything, and then Adidas did a bootleg version of that as well. Or obviously, I'll do like the boring thing. I'll say a Jordan 1. But I won't even go for older ones. I like the Rookie of the Year colorway the best out of all of them.
I like shattered backboard ones.
No, I'm trying to think of mine, bro. If there wasn't 11s, I might say Jordan 4s. Jordan 4s are underrated.
Yeah,
the Toro Bravos. The Toro Bravos.
The retro 4s were very nice.
What color?
And then, you know, I saw one buff color the other day. I saw them in green. I would never cop them in green, but it looked like I saw them in like a desert forest green. It looked pink. But I was gonna say if I got Jordan 4s, it would have to be in black or grey. The black and red colorway, definitely.
So like,
but that's
trying to pitch them. The black and red one.
Yeah, they're like.
Reds, yeah.
I'll send them into chat when I find them.
All right, cool.
Like,
all right, so next question I wanted to ask was, what was it like being a part of the Arsenal kit launch?
That was fun, you know. So, a couple adverts were going out, like, oh, we need like Arsenal fans for this, for that. And one of my friends was like, oh, I'll go for this. So obviously I went for it. Like, I didn't expect anything of it, but that was just crazy. So the thing is, like, I've done like jobs here and there, and like, no matter how big like the name is, it's still just a job. Do you know what I mean? But like, to do something like that, it's just like, okay, this is actually the reason I started playing football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, that's it. Very sick.
Yeah, it looks crazy. I think Arsenal's done amazing. I don't know. Recently, that's the thing. I was begging for Arsenal, please leave Puma. Like, just leave them. Like, we're not anywhere with
the joke
them.
is, like, we're a big club. Like,
That's
there is no need for us to be a Puma. Like, it's just
the point.
uncalled for.
No,
it's so uncalled for.
No, but deep it now. Puma's
but
big
that's now, not when we was there. That's the point.
Yeah.
Neymar's gone now.
Yeah.
Like, so at the time, we was being disrespected, but thankfully we found a way. And now Adidas are keeping us nice.
Oh my gosh, those Neymar Puma boots are amazing. Those are actually, that's so classy. I love them.
It's Neymar, man. Wherever he goes, he just brings sauce. Like, I thought, are you gonna do that to Puma? But he has. Like, he's just taking him up another level.
That's what it is. You get a couple of brand names and you're good. Like I don't look at Under Armour as a brand, but if you look at them now, slowly.
Once they signed Steph Curry.
Yeah, Steph Curry, was it? Really, The Rock.
Annie Joshua.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a big one. Under Armour's tracksuits were selling like crazy in JD Sports because of Anthony Joshua.
Like, that's man. Like, you talk about boots. Have you seen the Pogba ones with Pharrell, the Human Race?
Yeah, I've seen them.
nah, it's like, and I don't wear football boots, but I might just buy them to display. If you can, though, but what? Bro, I have boxing gloves for display. I don't box. Like, why not?
Why not? All right, Russell Westbrook.
No cap though. No, it makes sense.
Bro, I have a Visa cereal box with Travis Scott's face on, just for display.
All right, Mr.
Yeah,
Hype.
bro, I was just going to ask, what is that?
Yeah, it's the exact. Yeah, it's that one, bro. Like, I bought it.
I bet in America you'd have bought that the Cactus Jack burger.
Yeah.
And he won't eat. He'll just leave the wrapping.
Listen, I can't even eat.
It's gonna be a moldy burger.
I would have just kept the receipt. Like, I can't eat it, but I would have kept the receipt.
Okay, the next thing I wanted to ask was how did your involvement with the Victoria Park Vixens become, and how's it been ever since?
So literally, I was like one of the first ones. So it was Morgan, who like is currently still like the captain, and another girl who's not there anymore. They literally just put on Instagram like, boom, I want to start a team. Like, who's about? We're gonna meet here, blah blah. And this is when we had no training ground, like no coach, no kit. So I've literally seen it like grow like that. And bear in mind, we came together last year. So 2019, February 2019. So like everything just blew up like crazy. And just to be there from the beginning is like, it's amazing. Like, it's so like unnormal to see someone grow so big, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just grateful for it. It's just obviously it's brought me so many opportunities. Like, and the joke is like, so I was just in like a weird time in my life where I was just like, all I do is like wake up, go to work, come home. Do you know what I mean? Like, see friends and that, but I was just like, raw, like, I feel like I used to have passions and hobbies. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like when you get to this age, it's so easy to like, work, relationship, that's it. Do you know what I mean? So now I was like, all right, cool. Now, like, whatever. Let me get back into things that I enjoyed. And yeah, went from the first training session. I'm not gonna lie, first training session, I was the best one there. I was very gassed because I hadn't played in a long time. And now, listen, we went from one team to three.
Yeah.
No, like it's just good to see. I love to see us grow. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm so grateful for everyone's coming from it. Like, yeah, it's exciting. It's really exciting stuff.
I think in order for women's football to grow, I think more teams need to become a bit like Victoria Vixens, because it's like when you look at the Instagram, you can't really tell that's a team at first because it seems like there's so much more going on than football. So it's like, I think if teams can learn to make it more exciting, I think you'll get more people involved, because as soon as you check the Instagram, it just looks really exciting. It already looks like something that you're going to become a part of.
You know what the thing was I was saying earlier? I was like, now there are so many teams. Like, there's literally a team for everyone. This is what I mean. Like, I feel like each team has like its own little vibe.
Yeah.
So like, maybe somebody might not be a fit for Vixens, but they'd be a fit for like Whippets, or they'd be a fit for like Romance. Like, I promise you, they're all like their own individual little, like, I guess when I say clique, I don't want to say like a cliquey, but do you know what I mean? But I think the first team to do this was Romance.
Yeah.
So like Trisha formed them. They used to be called like Boiler Room FC, and that was the first time it was like, okay, yeah, it's a women's football team, but this is not an athletic club. This is more like I hate to say the word community, do you know what I mean? I feel like it gets thrown around, but it's more like a little hub. Like, it's something more than that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like every now and then someone comes along and reinvents something. So, for example, Charlie Dark, he's the founder of Running Crew, right? Like, bro, a running crew did not have street cred. Like, do you know what I mean? Back in the day, you think of a running crew, you're thinking like middle class people, you're thinking cross country, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he turned it into this massive thing. Like, now you got a swimming crew, you got this, you got that. Like, he made running cool. He made Black people want to do long distance running in groups. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and not just Kenyans.
Exactly. It's true. So I feel like what's happening right now is sports is not just a sports team. I mean, you can get teams that are sports teams, but I feel like it's bigger than that now. Do you know what I mean? It's a whole movement. And even when I think about football now, I'm like, yeah, I'm a football player, but I feel like even more so with like all the exposure we get, I feel like I'm a bit of an ambassador for like women's football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we do that well whenever we get, put on like this campaign or that, whatever. Like, I just feel like we're really promoting it. Like, it feels good. It feels good to do that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, since you've pretty much been there from the inception, what kind of difficulties did you face, and like what kind of hard parts was there towards it growing?
So I feel like realistically, no one thought it was gonna grow that big. Do you know what I mean? And we are all still people that have jobs and do this and do that. So like, I feel like the admin side of things, like we got lucky. We've got a good few girls that manage a lot of like this and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it literally turned into something overnight. Like, but yeah, other than that, there's no issues. Like, we're just one big family. So we're good.
I hear that. What's your favorite music at the moment?
Like UK stuff.
Anything.
UK, US, anything.
Anything.
You know what? I feel like let's like talk UK. I feel like that's always a good thing to do. I like Unknown T's album. It was good. Like Ambush, Buzzworld, like Harlem Spartans, that kind of stuff. You know what the joke
Are they
is?
still
like,
about?
right,
It's a bit harder for them now. Like, they're coming back. Yeah.
You know what the joke is? Like that's like if I'm in the gym or something, I have to like listen to something a bit like aggressive and stuff. But when I'm not like in that mood, I'm in a bit more of like a chill hip hop thing. But
yeah.
No, I like all of that. Heady One's album was sick. Do you know what the thing is as well? Like, I feel like I'm showing my age where like I know a lot more about like grime and garage as opposed to drill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like drill, it can be so easy and basic. I feel like Heady One was like, okay, this is what we can do with drill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's like he's been smart with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that shows how smart he is, because I think sometimes people don't understand that there's a lot of smart drill artists, but it's like some of them don't know how to execute the vision, whereas he has. So it's like,
yeah.
Well, nowadays there's even drill artists that don't even drill. Do you know what I mean? That's where, because obviously, like when drills start, like obviously we all grew up in grime, garage, Channel U, all of that.
Not me.
And then it kind of went off to drill. And then you had your drillers, you had your Harlem Spartans, you had 6-7, and then it just went downhill. And now we're having like some people that don't even drill just send for each other. Like, I don't want to name names, but you know what I'm talking about, innit?
That's Toni talking.
Nah, but it is what it is nowadays, and it's not the same. But obviously with Heady One, because when Heady One came on the scene, like everyone was listening to Golden Boot and be like, "Right, this guy had mad football references." Like old school, like Beckham and Henry. So everyone was like, "Rah, like this guy's come different with it." And then obviously he's shown now with his growth, and now he shows that. Bro, we even had KD tweeting about Heady One's.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like we got a deep now. Like we
even Drake
made it over to them, and you know what I mean.
It's like now we have to be spoken about. Now the UK has to be spoken about. Whereas before it was just the UK trying to like get America's attention, but now they have to talk about us, because even your artists want to work with us. So it's like it shows how big the UK scene's got.
Well, do you know what was like? Do you know what was a good like certification, like a well done UK thing? Is Pop Smoke. I don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? Like New York really took on drill. Like they really did. Like America, like they really did.
Because even his producer, a guy who produced a lot of his songs, 808.
Croydon, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ilford. That's the one. Yeah.
He's from Ilford, man. So we got East London representing. Do you know what I mean?
Bella, what's your favorite hit right now?
Favorite hit right now? Okay.
That will make it harder. Favorite non-English kit, man.
Favorite
non-English.
I Pop Smoke Welcome to the Party is my tune of the year, so I'm just gonna have to say that.
Okay, what's one of your favorite football kits?
One of my favorite football kits, the Arsenal blue lightning bolt one. You know that one?
Yeah. So. I wanted to ask everyone.
What year was that kit?
I don't know. I'd have to do some research. But you know what I'm talking about, no? I think JVC is sponsor.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
OG old one, right? Yeah.
JVC was a sponsor. Yeah, it was old one.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It was the 90s, bro. It was before you were born.
Yeah.
I've never seen that kit in my life.
No, you've definitely seen it. You just probably forgot about it.
You've seen it.
I've seen it, trust me. It's literally become like a fashion piece now as well, you know. Like, retro collecting and wearing that. Just
There's big money in vintage kits now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? You're right, because I tried to buy one. What season was it? I tried to buy United's 07-08 away kit, the black one.
Oh, that was a cold one.
Yeah. Can't find it, man. I can't find it anywhere. Well, my size anyway. Like, I've got the next year's one. I've got the blue one, like the 60th anniversary when we won our first Champions League, which Arsenal fans know nothing about.
Why? There's no need for. Why was there need for a stray bullet?
Listen.
You're talking about your kit, like just enjoy the kit.
I have to, you know me. I got to shoot a couple of shots. Everybody have to get one, fam. But anyway, what I was saying is that I've got that kit. I think that's one of my favorite. Nah, do you know what? What was your first ever kit? What was everyone's first ever kit that they ever got?
Well, that's a good question.
okay.
My first one. Mine was my first one I got like first hand. So I have a lot of like old vintage ones, but the first one I got at the time was the burgundy hybrid kit.
Oh, the 06 one.
Yeah.
The
02 sponsor, and I had Henri on the back.
My first one was the Arsenal kit. I think it was the away kit, and it had yellow going down the middle of it. It was Henri times. It was all blue, but it had yellow.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, that one gives me bad memories, man.
Yeah. I can't remember the year. I want to say it's 04 this, right?
Yeah, I want to say that it's like 04, 05, something like that.
Yeah.
That's
that's when Chelsea was in PES.
Yeah.
04, 05. I remember that kit. Yeah.
First one that I have. And I'm looking at it, bro. That was 11 to 12.
To be fair, I had bare kits before I had a United kit. I remember my first ever football top that was given to me was a 98 Barcelona kit with Saviola on the back.
Mad.
Don't know where it is, but that's the first football top I used to wear. I remember that's the first thing I used to wear for training. And then I used to have, I'm not sure you guys will remember this kit. I think I've got it somewhere in my house. I saw it. It's Man United had a reversible kit in like 2001 where it was white, and then if you put it inside out, it was gold as well.
I remember this. Yeah.
The white and gold one. Yeah, so that was one of my first ever kits.
Was it going across? Did it go across the white one?
Nah, so you know what? I think I've got it. Remind me after the pod, or if I've got time. I think I've got it somewhere. But that was my first ever. Yeah, the white and gold Man United kit. And then I remember my dad passed me down when I don't know, he just used to put me in kits for no reason. Like I would be like 4 years old wearing an old man's kit, but you know it is what it is, isn't it? You know your parents, African parents, you go into it, Sha. But they put me in I want to say it was definitely the 90s. No, it might have been early 2000s. But we had an away kit where our sponsor was like Sharp Digital, wasn't it? Like Sharp, remember them, man? And it was navy blue away kit with like white straps. Yeah. Used to love that kit.
So
okay. Next thing I wanted to ask was, what does everyone think about the Stormzy chip situation?
He won't reply.
What I was thinking? I just realized something. I was thinking about this today, right?
Yeah.
So you see, he done the little video at the beginning, being like, "Why'd you pull up to my house?" Right?
Yeah.
And that video was dated in July. Okay. Yeah. So I've noticed whenever Chip has an issue with someone, there's a couple months, nothing. And then boom.
And then boom. You know what? You're right.
Then this is what I'm thinking. But this is what I'm thinking. The whole time he's like, oh, you got 48 hours reply. But realistically, he's done this, and he's definitely got a backlog. He's got a catalogue for when, for the moment Stormzy comes back, he's already got it written. Do you know what I mean? And I only just deep this today. Like,
and the thing is though, like Stormzy hasn't replied, so it's making Chip look a bit desperate now. Like, you called him out, you've done 3 now, and he's not done the. It's like it's like levels, and he's trying to eclipse you in terms.
But you know, the joke is right. The Chip is a legend, right? Like some great tracks, some great EPs, some great albums. But right now, I feel like we're just thinking of him as a rapper that sends for people. I feel like he is carrying his career when realistically he doesn't need to. And it's exactly what you said though. Like Stormzy not replying, bro, Stormzy won. Stormzy was literally like, bro, Stormzy headline Glastonbury. Stormzy is sending black kids to Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah.
Stormzy's getting books published. So he like Chip sending for him and him not replying, like he won. Like he definitely won.
But I think as much, I can't say Stormzy won. I can't say it's like an asterisk. I can't say Stormzy won because
Man said Stormzy won in the bubble, fam.
yeah, it's like an asterisk because it's like Stormzy said, "I'm the king of this. I'm the king of grime. This, and that." But then you've got a grime kid that's coming at you like, "Let's do this." You got to do one. You could do one and say, "I'm done," but to just completely
but with Chip, he's never won.
But the point is,
but also I feel like it's almost like riding off the back of him. Like obviously,
it
like,
is 100.
Obviously, I think lyrically, like Chip is amazing.
Yeah.
But commercially, or even just for in terms of like your audience, Stormzy is bigger than him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that Stormzy was like, oh, no, like I do rate it. Do you know what I mean?
You know, we got to look at the situation like this. Stormzy went to Chip's house, yeah. Like, if someone's going to your house, I'm not saying a diss track, you know what I mean? Like, it's war. So,
yeah, true.
And so that's happened, yeah. Bear in mind, that was what, July times?
Yeah. That's lockdown.
So, and then now you want to come send for him now. So you've had all this time to pray, and then you're saying, oh, you got 48 hours. Stormzy's like...
no, this is so true. We were in a lockdown.
Legit.
Bro, deep it. Imagine we were in a lockdown, you're still coming to man's
to go to Chip's house. Right.
In a bait car. Like, it's not your everyday car. Yeah, it's not like a Ford Focus where everyone's seen it. Like,
you look like a Batmobile.
It's not like he was in a bully van or a dinger. Like, he came
right,
straight
up.
up.
Like a Batmobile.
Legit.
Honestly. So that's what we got to deep. And you're right. At the end of the day, Chips, personally, I would say Chips lyrically better than Stormzy. Let's keep it 100. But at the same time, Stormzy is Stormzy, man. He's got the clout, he's got the commercial side. Like, I'm sorry, at the end of the day,
it's old school versus new school, and new school always win now.
And if Stormzy replies, it's just gonna give Chip more clout because obviously Chip's got them replies ready. So I think Stormzy just being a bigger man and just like, what's the point of replying? I'm not gonna give you more clout.
I don't think he's
exactly.
I just think he's been the smarter man. It's like what you said though. Like now, if you were to ask some people, do you know the London Boy mixtape? They'd be like, nah, but do you know the Young'un beef? Yeah, we know that with Chip, but they won't know him as the artist. So I think,
bro, Chip people don't realize Chip's been doing this since he was like 16.
Yeah, 16. That's a long time.
Remember him on F Radio with like Criminal and them, man.
Well,
I was what we listening to school back in the day.
Do you remember Who Are You? The first time you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Oh my days, gosh, how many years ago was that?
Wow, that was mad.
That's the thing. So it's like, it's annoying that he only pops up. Like, you only really see Chip trend if it's a diss. Like, that's the only time you'll be so excited for his next track. Like, oh my God, when's the disc coming out? You wouldn't do that normally for his albums. So it's like, and he's got a mixtape coming out. So this right now, this kind of hype really does help him. But I do think Stormzy's kind of one. He's one because at the end of the day, he's the one that's more popular. And if he drops another tune, people are going to care. Like, if Chip drops another tune that's not related to this, people aren't really going to care. But
bro, if Stormzy drops anything right now, it's going to do more numbers than Chip.
Yeah, for the competitive nature, he should have done something. Because remember, he was on it with Wiley. Stormzy wanted to go forever with Wiley. That ain't fair. Because you know Wiley won't really like that.
Wiley, I'll go forever with Wiley. Wiley's a madman. Wiley's a madman.
That's because Wiley would probably say stuff that will make him look stupid. But
that's the point. See, he wouldn't lose to Wiley. That's why he was like, cool, Wiley, we can do that. But with Chip, he's like, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about that. All right, so in conclusion, Chip's won. No, Stormzy's won.
Stormzy.
All right, now we're going on to the quick fire. So, Bella, we're just going to shoot questions at you and answer as quick as possible.
All
right. Who's got the first one?
I'll go. Supreme.
Go on. No, go on.
Supreme Off-White.
Ooh.
Was it or?
Yeah, or Off-White, yeah. Which of?
Supreme.
Well, was that the wrong answer? Wrong answer. Nah, you know what? Don't get it twisted. I love Off-White, yeah, but I feel like Virgil.
I don't like Virgil.
I don't like Virgil. The reason I don't like Virgil, because this guy will just rap Off-White, and then sell it for bare piece. Like he's a crook when it comes to that stuff.
Donate $50.
You know,
and donate $50, man.
Bro, look at
you know what's funny as well? Do you know what's funny? Like Off-White obviously make their own trainers, and they never sell out. Like Off-White Nike collaboration will sell for crazy numbers and resell, but Off-White on its own, they make trainers.
See,
Never sell out.
do you know what it is? Though? Like, I've got a pair, and basically they're just Vans. They're just better Vans, really. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Better Vans.
They're just better.
Better Vans.
They're better.
Like, that's really
Vans with clout.
And Virgil 100%, but still, go on. I'm gonna let you guys have Supreme.
What's your favorite drink?
My favorite drink,
Yeah.
Capri Sun.
Nice. What flavor?
Orange, obviously.
Orange, man. Yeah, man. Orange Capri Sun.
There's other flavors. Can't leave them out. Equal opportunities.
I was gonna say hip hop or house, but that's a stupid question considering we're talking about music. You know what? Yeah, since your ends, Dixie or Morley's.
Okay, so I'm not even from South. I
That's
don't
the
really have
point.
Morley's.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, but I was
I
saying,
know-
you've had Morley's before?
I've had
right?
Morley's, and I would.
Dixie your favorite. Dixie your favorite.
Favorite is dead, Dixie, for sure.
Some favorites are dead though. There's some favorites are quite nice. I can't lie.
Oh, the one near me is dead, and it's very overpriced. I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
But Morley's is the one for sure.
Yeah, I can't lie. That's Morley's. I don't know what South done to deserve Morley's, but Morley's is nice.
What do you mean? What South done to Tony? Please, let's not start this.
How much are your
I
dicks?
thought you're from North.
No, I'm from South.
You from South, bro? Why did I think you're from Wembley?
What?
I thought you were from. I swear you're from North.
The zone revelation.
Nah, I will go Uni Wembley. Maybe that's what you thought I was from North.
fair
But I go. Yeah.
All right, next question. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food.
Yeah.
Caribbean or Mexican.
Oh, okay.
Flavors.
Plantain or plantain?
Oh my god, plantain.
It's plantain. Let's get it.
Plantain.
Plantain.
Plantain, man.
Plantain.
You don't climb the mountain.
How do
Climb
you?
the mountain.
No, it's plantain.
Bro,
It's
just because, bro, a mountain and a plantain are two different things. Yeah, one's a thing. One's something you eat. You don't eat mountains. Do you know what I mean? So don't just because mountain's mountain and plantain's plantain, man. And that's like it's man. It's not plantain. There's an A there, bro. Do you know what I mean?
A. It's spelled P. It's spelled PLA.
Kojo, keep it man. Don't beat the English.
Wait. PLANTI. Sir.
Gaza.
No, that is the most. The fuck.
Do you know what it is? I don't even plantain like that, so I wouldn't even know.
Okay, it's all right, Chief. It's okay, Chief.
I've got one.
What's your favorite movie?
we got the gist though. We got the gist. Now I'm back in Kojo. Plantain.
Plantain, yes. Yes.
My
My mom says plantain, not plantain, so I'll go with that.
Okay, all right, mommy. All right.
You trying to say my mom's wrong, fam?
What's my favorite what?
Movie.
My favorite movie is a film called La Haine. Have you seen it?
No, what's that?
It's very good. It's set in the suburbs in Paris.
Oh, okay.
Someone's told me about this film.
Do you know what? It's like if you go on a list of like the best films of all time, it's always in there. It's a sick film. I just watch it. Trust me, it's sick.
What
it's
is it? Is it olden times and that, or is it like?
No. It's filmed in the 90s, and it's about these boys live in the suburbs, and obviously you know what it's like in Paris suburbs. It's like quite a lot of conflict with the police. It's just about day in their life. It's sick, man. I don't want to.
I've watched this. I've watched it. I've watched it.
Yeah.
I've watched it. Yeah. You know.
And do you know what I love about it as well? Do you know what I love about it? Like it was filmed like 20 years ago, but the fashion, like it could have been shot yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Like I love it. Yeah.
No, I'm a Google. I watched this film in French. I remember.
Yes.
Mad.
I watched it in French. I remember I watched. I'm gonna Google it right now.
Google it right now.
I said, nah.
Mm.
I watched this film before.
One artist that you could listen to all your life. If you had to pick one artist.
One artist. Damn.
That's a hard question, bro.
It's not hard for me.
It's not hard for me.
Mm-mm.
I think I've got.
It's not hard for me.
It's not actually. I can narrow my one down. Yeah.
You want one? I can give you like 3.
No,
It's the one in black and white, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've watched it. I remember I watched it in French.
You know what? I want something. I'm gonna listen to something like.
That's very alternative, you know, raw.
I like something like Cassie's Dead. That kind of vibe. That's the vibe. That's the kind of something I can listen to. I will not get rid of. You know what I mean?
I'd have to do Chris Brown for me. The guy's got a song for every mood.
No,
Oh,
I
you
don't
might get
agree,
cancelled.
man.
You might get cancelled, Abbas. You need to be
I
careful.
don't agree. The guy has one song, period.
No.
It's the same song every time. It's just the same song. He has like
It's
3,
the
4
same
bangers.
template. It's the same template. And then
How many
Do you remember
things?
that album, yeah?
The guy dropped an
Remember
album
that
with
where he
96
had like
tracks or
30
something like that.
tracks for one album?
it was 45 tracks.
Come on.
Bro,
Come on.
he did Heartbreak.
No, but I can't lie, yeah. We don't like Chris Brown because obviously we have to cancel him. But I can't lie, that album with
Hey,
Young
why
Thug
do
is
we have to
serious
cancel?
album.
Why do we have to cancel?
I don't
You're
want
too
to.
young. You're too young.
Oh, use your pop culture knowledge, man.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about it, but use your pop culture knowledge. That
I'd say
tune,
Drake.
Oh, the
I'd say
Rihanna
Drake.
thing. Oh,
bruv.
Let's not talk
There's a
about it.
reason I didn't want
but
to
that was
mention
like
it, but
14 years ago on that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't get
I'm gonna
cancelled,
cancel
Kojo.